Welcome to Wall Street Confidential. You're probably up in arms about this market. How do you make money when there's so much manipulation? It seems these
God.
ETFs, as you've written about exhaustively, Jim, they're driving the market at the last hour.
Well, I mean, one of the things that I've lacked, Farnoosh, is the empirical evidence of what the pro-ultra funds do. And by the way, the pro-ultra funds are traded, more rapidly. I mean, all of our viewers should be focused on these because these are, in many ways, what's driving the market. Mm-hmm. One of the things that this Eric Oberg, who was the derivatives managing director at Goldman Sachs, pointed out in Real Money, and it's going to be on flagship on the street.com, is that you can blow away a sector. You can literally push a sector down. I did a piece last week about how the short interest is really huge on the banks, but you got to be careful. Bank stocks and oil service stocks are manipulated by these ETFs. So you know what you have to do? You have to say, okay, listen, I'm willing to buy on the way down because these stocks are going to be manipulated no matter what, particularly at the close. But the one thing I would say is maybe these two sectors aren't worth being in. Mm-hmm. Now, also the real estate, the real estate investment trust. I mean, there is so much manipulation going on, and it's why people are leaving this market in droves. Not just because they're losing money, because when you think about it, like I just made my 401k contribution. What did I put my money in? I put it in the stock market. It's down so much. I mean, I figured long term, 20, 30 years, I'm fine. But what's causing people to say, you know what, I don't trust this market is because they'll buy something at 3:30, and at 4 o'clock they'll be down 3 points on it. And that's just unpalatable. You can't do that. And the reason why that's happening is Eric Oberg clearly makes out in realmoney.com and soon thestreet.com is that these stocks are being wagged by the tail. And that means that if you're going to own an oil service or a bank or financial, you better love them because you're going to have to buy them lower if people come in and manipulate them down.
And don't watch the clock.
Because they try to game the close. Now, some of what happens is they batch the orders at 3, and then they have to go in at 3:40 and do market on close. And that's what people are keying on. I've always felt that if I were a specialist, and the specialists always say that they have nothing to do with anything, and they're all perfect. But I think that they're overwhelmed by the ETFs too.
And we were talking earlier before the video, you like Procter & Gamble in this scenario. And
well, I mean, I like stocks that it's very hard to manipulate. Mm-hmm. And Procter and General Mills. And those tend to be stocks that the hedge funds don't operate on.
Got it. That's quite a strategy.
Well, just be careful.
Thanks very much, Jim Cramer. Stay tuned for more Wall Street Confidential.